Round 4 in South Florida, where the party never stops and the racing is always fantastic. Jason Fensler and Tristan Bailey have control of the front row in this fourth round of racing. I'm Rick James. You're watching the AER Trucks Series, about to go racing with a tie at the top of the points table. Jason Fensler and Tristan Bailey will take the green flag. Adam Boughton and Jamie Haynes, third and fourth in the standings. Tyler Bellinger rounding out the top five. And 4 of those 5 drivers starting in the top 5 today. Peeling off that fourth corner, waiting for the signal. Green flag is out. Jason Fensler leading the field out of turn number 2, and he's got Tristan Bailey behind him. Tyler Bellinger sitting in that third position. Michael Newton having an incident. He finds himself at the back of the field right now, running 29th of 29 trucks. The Springfield native with a lot of work to do, but all the time in the world with which to do it. Fensler, Bailey, Bellinger, your top 3. Jamie Haynes running in 4th. Tristan Bailey putting in the quickest time on that second lap of competition. 33.65 seconds for truck 25. Sammy Harrell rounding out the top 5 in his number 43. He's got Charlie Mosley Jr. behind him, and then Tyler Tyone in the 80. Fatal Toyota Tundra. Then's John Holliday to the outside in the unsponsored number 9 Ryko truck. You see him getting loose just ahead of the 7.6 truck of Joe Nelson. Kevin Haas behind him in an excellent throwback to Dale Jr. in that number 19 Toyota Tundra. Jorge Rincon just behind him in the 11th position. Everybody single file so far, just trying to find not necessarily a draft partner, but a good rhythm in this race. Sam Taylor in the number 1 Wrangler truck looks to get to the inside of Mike Carter in the number 6 K&N F-150, and then it's Idaho's Chris Fathke to the inside in that very awesome Mortal Kombat livery. Saw the 3 of Mike Allen getting loose ahead of these drivers. Allen making it 3 wide in the middle. He's got Mike Carter to his outside and now breaks the 3 wide formation for a spot on the top side. Fensler still leads this race over Tristan Bailey by 1/3 of a second, and then it's Tyler Bellinger in 3rd by the same distance. Here are the points 5 laps into this one. Tyler Bellinger 5th in the points. Tristan Bailey tied for 2nd. Tied for 1st, I should say, with Jason Fensler. 1 win apiece, and then number 8, Nick Cohen, also getting a W in that 3rd round, but not in this race here, so we will not have a back-to-back winner. But will we see a new winner? Will it be a 4th different driver in victory lane in as many races? Keith Bost in the number 42 Bell South Chevrolet is our hardest charger so far, up 10 places from where he started, and that lovely Joe Nemechek throwback sits in the 17th position, about 3 seconds behind truck number 7 Hagen Joyner, running in 16th, but we've seen this number 7 up towards the front of the field in each of our 3 races thus far. Neil Lepidus rocking the number 26 Crown Royal Ford. The Columbus, Indiana driver, son of Randy Lepidus, running a bit further on up ahead in the number 14 Nathan's Hot Dog F-150. The 38 behind him belongs to Patrick Jenks. He chimed in earlier in the chat. Says, good luck, guys. Fatal in the chat says, first top 10 qualifying position, Bama Trama is in the house. Mama Vols, as we all know and love her. Definitely the #1 Rick James TV fan. And of course, Special Dogs and More says, let's have some fun at the top of the chat. Everybody's ready. And everybody's enjoying the show so far, and we hope you are too. Jason Fensler continues to lead. He's led every lap thus far. Canadian Tyler Tyone in the number 80 Fatal Tundra still has John Holliday to his outside, but he's looking to get to the inside of Charlie Mosley Jr. in the number 89 Monster Energy truck. 2x2 a couple rows deep, further on back through this field. Andrew Teft on the outside. And that's the 1-8 of Ethan Greek making his season debut in his Hot Tamales Toyota. The 2-1 Thrustmaster F-150 looking to the high side, now trying the crossover, looking to the low side. Here comes Hagen Joyner also on the inside. Big block by the 18 of Ethan Greek into turn number 1, slowing the progress of Andrew Teft. And they stay bunched up, these 5 trucks, from 12th on down to 16th. Boise's Chris Fathke to the inside of Mike Allen, the 27 on the inside of the 3. The Mortal Kombat Chevrolet looking to get to the inside of the Silver Fox Chevrolet. The 1 of Sam Taylor currently leading the line on the top side. The Wrangler Silverado has the 6 K&N Ford of Michael Carter right behind him. At the front of this race, Jason Fensler breaking out to a 6/10 of a second lead. Further on back from those leaders, John Holliday on the move. He's sitting in 7th right now, trying to get around Charlie Mosley in the Monster Chevrolet. Holliday to the inside. Will he make the most of it? Will he make it stick? You're going to see the speed coming from truck 89 down this front straight. There he pulls away, but with a bit of a wiggle out of that 4th corner. It allows the 9 of John Holliday to keep that momentum down that front straight. Patrick Jenks in that 38 truck to the inside now of the 2-1 of Andrew Teft, really going up the racetrack. Both trucks avoiding contact on this 12th lap of competition. .38 makes it stick. Pat Jenks up to 14th. John Holliday falling a bit further back of that 8-9 of Charlie Mosley Jr. Sammy Harrell in that 43. He's cracked the top 5 since he started this race. Started up in 6th. He's up to 2nd. Over the last 5 laps, he has not been able to close in. Tyler Bellinger in that 88. Bellinger finds himself just behind the 2-5 of Tristan Bailey, trying to draft off the 2-9 of Dylan, I'm sorry, not the 2-9, the 2-9 of Robert Mathis. The 12 of Dylan Picklesmeyer in the body armor F-150 finds himself 29th. Robert Mathis, the 29 truck, finds himself 28th. And then there is the last truck on the lead lap, Michael Newton, running in 27th right now. He's got leader Jason Fensler chasing him down. Fensler has a 7/10 of a second advantage, and there's his closest opponent, Tristan Bailey. Tyler Bellinger now behind him. He's got that draft out of turn number 4. 5, 25, 88, your top 3 in South Florida. Looking at Kevin Haas in the 19, he's now behind Tyler Tyone in that 80 truck. Both of these trucks separated by a couple of tenths. Then there's Joe Nelson in the 76. He's just 3 tenths behind Jorge Rincon. And then in the 1-4, Nathan's Hot Dog Ford, Randy Lepidus. To the outside of the 21 of Andrew Teft on lap 16. Both of these drivers just trying to slice their way through and get as many positions as possible in this first run. You'll expect trucks to go between 30 and 40 laps on one green flag run. We've been caution-free so far. Fensler expanding his lead little by little, but here comes Tyler Bellinger now to the inside of Tristan Bailey in that 2-5. Bailey possibly trying to save those tires. Bellinger trying to gain as many positions as possible. Let's ride shotgun with the 88 Quality Care F-150. And there is that fight for the top 2 continuing to rage on. Further on back, just in the top 8, Tyler Tyone looking to defend from John Holliday in that 9 truck. Holliday using the top side now. And Kevin Haas starting to close in that gap. 19 laps about to be complete under the South Florida moon. Haas moving further and further up through this field. So far, Kevin's gained 2 places from where he started. He finds himself 14th in the point standings right now, just 1 point off Dylan Picklesmeyer, who's not having the best of nights. So if Kevin can keep his truck in one piece, he's looking pretty good to make up some places in the table. Randy Lepidus working now on Ethan Greek. This is the fight for lucky number 13th position. Lepidus sneaks to the inside of Greek in the 1-8. And he pulls off the pass. Hagen Joyner, rounding out the top dozen, has gained 9 places so far in his number 7 Alani truck. Now trying to defend from Randy Lepidus in the 1-4. But the Alabama driver has some work to do. The 1-4 is a man on a mission. His son Neil sitting in the 23rd position right now. The Crown Royal Ford. 2 seconds behind Keith Bost in the 42 Bell South machine. And you see that he's had extreme contact with that outside wall. Not a good look so far for the Bell South Chevrolet. Adam Boughton sitting in the 16th position. He's gained 3 places thus far. Greek rounding out that top 15 for now, but Chris Fathke now getting to his inside. Ethan Greek's been sliding down bit by bit as the laps have ticked on. He's got about another 10 laps to wait before he can do something about it. 30 to 40 laps is going to be the gap that some of these drivers will have between green flag pit stops. Chris Fathke looking to crack the top 13 with Hagen Joyner just ahead of him, while Randy Lepidus marches on. Jorge Rincon is next on the list. The number 2-8 Goodwrench Chevrolet has gained 6 places since the green flag flew. And Joe Nelson is just on the cusp of his top 10. Looks like John Holliday made some contact with that outside wall. A bit of sparks were flying, and you can see the 9 truck much slower than his opponents down the back straight, and the defense needs to be mounted. Quentin Stewart has had an incident. Caution is out. There's the yellow flag for truck number 11. The Layman's Cup, not Silverado, Tundra of Charlotte's Quentin Stewart has a spill, and that brings out the first yellow flag of the evening. Let's go back and see what happened to Stewart. What in the world is going on here? Quentin Stewart already well on the... This is the road course section here in turn number 4, trying to lead up to pit road. Not sure if Quentin Stewart was trying to enter pit road or what have you, but have a listen to truck number 11. The only thing that I can guess here is that Quentin Stewart is trying to enter pit road, and he used the road course section thinking it was still the access road before the track was last reconfigured. And Stewart comes down pit road, but no crash there. But the yellow flag comes out, and everybody is coming in. Everybody from 1st down to 25th coming on down pit road, getting tires and fuel. Jason Fensler will leave with the race lead. Tyler Bellinger sits in that 2nd position. And the first quarter of racing is about to be completed from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. The trucks take their break. We're going to do the same. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more AER racing from Homestead-Miami. We're about to throw the green flag once again from Homestead-Miami. Jason Fensler and Tyler Bellinger have control of the front row. Tristan Bailey, Jamie Haynes starting in row number 2 with Charlie Mosley Jr., Sammy Harrell sharing row number 3, Tyler Tyone and Joey Nelson in row number 4, and rounding out our top 10 is going to be Jorge Rincon in the 2-8, John Holiday in the 9. Points leader, Jason Fensler, ahead of points leader, Tristan Bailey. This 100-lap dash is going to settle the points lead tonight. We'll see how the remainder of the race goes. Green flag from Homestead. Trucks roar by. 30 laps now underway from Homestead-Miami. You're looking at the 9 of John Holiday under the inside of Jorge Rincon. You saw James Weathers leaving pit road. Weathers finds himself 29th. A few laps down, that's going to put the 9 of John Holiday into 8th. Tyler Tyone up ahead, sitting in 7th, looking at Jamie Haynes in the 5-3 Advance Auto Truck, working on Charlie Mosley Jr. into turn number 1. Tristan Bailey going purple into turn number 1. 33.39 seconds for Bailey. He's got the fastest lap of the night so far. Tyler Bellinger sits in 3rd. Sammy Harrell is in 4th. Charlie Mosley rounding out that top 5 with Jamie Haynes just creeping on. Look at this hornet's nest here. Neil Lepidus, Kevin Haas, the 7-6 of Joe Nelson, and they're wrecking. It's the 1 of Sam Taylor flying down that front straight. Trucks going there. Sam Taylor into the wall. Fensler leading so far. Bailey behind him, and it's a race to the lights now. 33-39 Fensler now with the fastest lap of the race. Bailey trailing him down into turn number 3. Tyler Bellinger in 3rd by almost a full second. Sammy Harrell in 4th. Charlie Mosley in that 5th position. Jason Fensler, Tristan Bailey still your top 2. And now with the 33-39, he's just been beaten again. 33.38 seconds. These two are trading blows at the top of the table and on the track. Just haymakers on the scoreboard. One fastest lap after another. That's 3 consecutive purple laps between Tristan Bailey and Jason Fensler. And right there is the proof in the racing pudding that fresh tires are where these trucks want to be. Tyler Bellinger putting in his personal fastest, as is Jamie Haynes, Tyler Tyone, Chris Fathke, Adam Boughton, Kevin Haas, Neil Lepidus, Bobby Mathis in the 2-9, all putting in personal fastest laps. Mike Carter in the 6 to the high side on the outside of Randy Lepidus in that 14. His son Neil behind him in the 2-6 with the 2-9 of Bobby Mathis following him. Mathis finds himself in 25th, 1 lap down. Let's go back and see that crash with Sam Taylor in the 1. Lest we miss any other action on the track. Keep your eye on that black and yellow number 1 Wrangler truck, just loose out of 4, right into the 2-6 of Neil Lepidus. And he doesn't keep it off the wall there, unfortunately. Let's have a look, have a listen with Sam Taylor. And there's the 2-6 of Neil Lepidus, could do nothing about it. One more ride with Neil. Wrong place, wrong time, but the trucks keep on pushing. Neil Lepidus with some damage to the front of his truck, and the 1 of Sam Taylor now being scored in 21st with a wounded front end to that Wrangler Silverado. He has not come down to fix it, hoping for that yellow, but we remain green. Back up to this battle involving Ethan Greek in 15th, all the way down to the 6 of Mikey Carter. Out of turn number 4, the K&N F-150 has the 14 of Randy Lepidus right in his path, and Carter has to put the brakes on to avoid some more calamity. Out of turn number 4, the K&N Ford survives that one, as does the Nathan's Hot Dog Machine. Up ahead, Joe Nelson throwing the block to Lepidus, and he's chasing down that 2-1 of Andrew Teft. Special Ed in the chat says, that was close. Tyler B also in the chat said, let's go. CM Bama cheering 100 bits during that caution period. Thank you so much, CM Bama. Appreciate you saying what up, Audrey. And you're looking at the 1-4 of Randy Lepidus, trying to make as much time up as possible. He's now edging Andrew Teft into that first corner. Ethan Greek on the back end of the top 15 is next for Lepidus. Meanwhile, in 7th, you're looking at Johnny Holiday making his way to the inside of Tyler Tyone in the 80 Fatal Tundra. And look at Idaho's Chris Fathke, up 20 places since he started this race. Fathke running in that 8th position right now. He finds himself 16th in the point standings, well outside the playoff spots. 11 points is the gap between him and the playoffs, but it is only round 4, and Fathke has slowly but surely been making his way up through the points. Almost a disastrous start to the season for Chris, but he finds himself in 16th, just 6 points off Sammy Harrell in the 15th points position right now. Harrell running 5th in this race, chasing down Jamie Haynes. At the front, Jason Fensler has led every lap thus far. Tristan Bailey, he wants a piece of the action too. He wants some of that clean air. The 2-5 Chevy Goods Silverado behind the 5 of Jason Fensler. Tyler Bellinger running in that 3rd position. Jamie Haynes in 4th. Sammy Harrell currently in 5th. Further on back, Adam Boughton chasing down Jorge Rincon with Kevin Haas in the Budweiser Tundra, wanting a piece of the top dozen. Patrick Jenks working on Keith Bosk. This is for a spot in the top 21 positions. You can see Jenks has had his fair share of damage on the right-hand side. There he is, just sending it in way too deep on the 42 car. There's Keith Bosk making away with what is a patient pass on Patrick Jenks, but you can see what it cost the Pennsylvania driver. He's going to have to make that gap back up. John Holiday still in 7th. Chris Fathke chasing him down. The Mortal Kombat Chevrolet has Tyler Tyone behind him as well. Hagen Joyner's 1 second off of that pace. Adam Boughton finally gets to the inside of Jorge Rincon, but can he make it stick out of 2? He's still to his inside with Hagen Joyner just up ahead, but Rincon gets the advantage on the straight. Let's ride along in the cockpit with Truck 94. The Susquehanna driver now to the inside of truck number 7, Hagen Joyner. And look at that gap now. Joyner on the outside in that 7, watching the 94 peel away. Contact between Hagen Joyner and Jorge Rincon out of turn number 4. And a heads-up play by both of those drivers to keep those trucks moving. Joyner's in the wall, scraping sparks off of that cyan-colored Art Deco wall at Homestead-Miami. And almost some contact with the 19 of Haas going into turn number 3. It's been a calamitous lap for the 7 of Hagen Joyner. He'll drop outside the Dirty Dozen, and he's on the fringes of the Lucky 13. Mike Allen is only 1 second behind him, but Joyner now trying to make moves on the 1-9. He's got a great run out of turn number 4, following the high line into turn number 1. You can see he's got damage on the back end of that number 7. Let's see if we can go back and find out what happened between Jorge Rincon and Hagen Joyner. This is Adam Boughton making the pass here. You're going to see, coming out of turn number 4, there's going to be some contact between Jorge Rincon and Hagen Joyner. Keep your eye on that 2-8. Possibly just loose out of turn number 4. Or maybe just got too close together. Oh, looks like the 7 truck was just trying to get to the inside of the 94. Heads up move by Rincon to keep that truck in one piece. Keith Bost trying to get around Neil Lepidus. That's for a spot in the top 19, while Patrick Jenks has another attempt at that 42 of Bost. Last time around, Jenks sent it in far too deep. This time, looking to see some moonlight to the inside of truck 42. Does he send it in deep this time? Tries to go right down to the white line. Neil Lepidus up ahead, watching the 42 in his mirrors. Keith Bost scrapes the wall out of turn number 4. He left way too much room for Patrick Jenks and not enough space for himself. Jenks cracks the top 20. Hagen Joyner in the 7, possibly has ruined his drive or maybe shaken some of his confidence. He's dropped out of the top dozen, and the 19 of Kevin Haas goes to his inside, while Jorge Rincon cracks the top 11. Adam Boughton has been on a tear since then. Tyler Tyone is next on his list, and Adam Boughton wants a piece of those first fast 9. Meanwhile, Sammy Harrell, he's sitting in that 43 truck in 5th right now. Charlie Mosley has not left the view of his mirror, while Jason Fensler has finally started to peel away from Tristan Bailey in that 2-5. Trucks last pitted on lap 24, so you can expect the pit window to open just 5 or 6 laps from now. Tyone working on Chris Fathke. This is the battle for 8th. Fathke still up 20 places from where he started, but here comes Adam Boughton in that 94 like a man possessed since that pit stop. Boughton to the inside now, looking to pass Idaho's Chris Fathke, and the Pennsylvania driver now in the top 8, up 11 places from where he started. Fath to get him back up the inside, just quite can't pull that off, and Tyone in the 80 truck sits behind the 2-7 of Chris Fathke. Neil Lepidus, he's now looking to the inside of Andrew Teft in that 2-1. The 4-2 of Keith Bost has scraped the wall a few laps ago, but still hanging on the fringes of the top 20, and the 16 truck of Dougie King. He's finding himself running 26th right now. And as the tower tells you on the left, Dougie King is 1 lap off the pace. Sam Taylor's being overtaken by the 2-5 of Tristan Bailey. That's not for position. Taylor finds himself the first truck 1 lap down in 23rd. Tristan Bailey is in 2nd, chasing down this man here, Jason Fensler. But now it's become a question of when will he blink? Fensler in the 5, leading Tristan Bailey by 1 second now, just before the pit stop window opens, the green flag pit stop window opening. Drivers have 4 sets of tires tonight, and it still looks like a 2-stop race from here, provided we go green. But of course, anything is possible. It's only the 4th round. If you've just recently joined us, I'm Ray James. This is the American Elite Racing Trucks Series from Homestead-Miami. Adam Boughton looking to go around the outside of John Holliday in the 9. Boughton now in the 7th position. Boughton seemed to be taking his time in that first stint because he is just moving at an incredibly good clip before the opening of this second pit stop window. Kevin Haas opens that pit stop window. He comes down pit road. The yellow flag is out. James Weathers has crashed just as Kevin Haas comes down pit road. Weathers jumps immediately to the pits in that number 30 Budweiser KFC Chevrolet. Yellow flag number 2 is out for James Weathers' crash. Let's have a look. Weathers just on the outside of that turn 2 wall. Not sure what he's trying to accomplish here, but he just continues to drive into that wall. Let's have another look. You can see the yellow lights are even on before he's come to a halt. Let's see what happens to Weathers here. Did the truck just give up? Have a listen with the 30 truck. Special Ed sharing 100 bits. Let's go back and just have one more look. Because you can see at one point, Weathers gets the truck off the wall, but he hits the gas again, and again, and again. And caution number 2 flies at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. And once again, it's going to be a mass exodus of trucks from the racing surface down pit road. This time, Tristan Bailey beats everybody out of pit road. Jason Fensler out in third. Tyler Bellinger in second. Tristan Bailey spending 3 seconds fewer on pit road than Jason Fensler, and that possibly contributes to that. So the 2-5 will have control of the restart with his notoriously big jumps coming to the flag. We'll see what kind of strategy Tristan Bailey employs after the break. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 90 seconds with more racing from Homestead-Miami. Lights are out atop the pace car at Homestead-Miami. We're about to go racing once again. Tristan Bailey has control of the field, and the Missouri native is on the outside of Tyler Bellinger. No, he's on the inside, pardon me, of Tyler Bellinger. Coming to the line, we're going to have just over 40 laps remaining. Jamie Haynes going to be restarting on the inside of row number 3 with Jason Fensler. Fensler with a pit stop that was 3 seconds longer than that of Tristan Bailey or Tyler Bellinger. Is Fensler loading the truck up with fuel? Did he go for it? I have no idea what happened, but we're gonna find out. That's for sure. That is for sure. We're about to find out where the strategy comes through and who's going to have the advantage. Keep your eye on that black 2.5 Silverado. Bailey has amazingly good jumps on the restart, and he's going to put those to work against the 8-8 of Tyler Bellinger. Trucks will come off the fourth corner with ECR Kool-Aid saying, Rick James, let's go. CM Bama and Special Ed throwing in 100 bits each during that caution period. Ready to go green. Let's do it. The 2-3 of Sammy Harrell. He sits in the 6th position right now as ECR Kool-Aid throws in 100 bits. My man Kool-Aid. Tristan Bailey still leading in that 2-5. Jamie Haynes in the 2nd position by just 7/10. Welcome Jamie Haynes to the podium spots for the first time today. Meanwhile, Jason Fensler trying to make good time around the outside of the 8-8. Tyler Bellinger in the quality care F-150 has Charlie Mosley Jr. behind him in 5th. Adam Boughton in the 6th position. He showed immense speed. He was the fastest truck after that restart. Will he do the same here, coming to 40 laps to go next time by? Randy Lepidus in the 1-4 has Mike Allen right behind him in the 3. Jorge Rincon to the outside, and his son, Neil Lepidus, making his debut tonight in the AER Trucks Series. The Hoosier trying to get around Mike Allen in that 3. The Tominac New York driver now cracks the lucky 13, and he wants to get into the Dirty Dozen. Joe Nelson rounds out those first 12 positions. Tristan Bailey, however, he's showing some late race speed, 33.28 seconds. He's gone purple again, the fastest lap of the race, and that is the 4th time that the fastest lap has been set by either Tristan Bailey or Jason Fensler, both of which are tied for the points lead. Kool-Aid saying Bellinger's gotten so much faster this season and really honing his racecraft. Great to see. Tyler Bellinger to you. Remember that name because he has been getting better and better each and every race. Mosley Jr. now to the inside of Bellinger. Tyler finds himself 5th in the points standings right now. Charlie Mosley finds himself 12th in those point standings, only 4 markers behind 11th position driver Tyler Tyone. Mike Allen in that 3, now working on the 7-6 truck of Joe Nelson. The Caterpillar Chevrolet makes way for the Silver Fox Racing Silverado. Randy Lepidus watches it all from the safety of the 14th position. 13th position now that he's gotten around Jorge Rincon. The 76 truck of Nelson sends it high. He opens the door for Lepidus. Here comes Rincon as well, but he can't quite walk through the open door in turn number 4. He'll have to wait for his next opportunity. Behind them, the 1-8 truck, Ethan Greek, also making his AER debut tonight, running in 16th. He's gained 4 places since he started tonight's race. Patrick Jenks, he's sitting in 15th. Jenks looking to get just a bit higher through this field. Rincon half a second ahead, but starting to pull away. Jenks a little loose out of turn number 4. Greek behind him in that 1-8 Tundra. 35 laps to go next time by. Tristan Bailey leading Jason Fensler by 1.1 seconds with Jamie Haynes in 3rd. He's 4/10 away from Jason Fensler. Is Fensler saving those tires? Fensler with a stop that was 3 seconds longer than that of the opponents ahead of him. Tristan Bailey for 1, Tyler Bellinger for 2nd. Is he gambling to go all the way to the end? Is he making sure he's got enough fuel to go all the way to the end? We'll see. 34 laps remain when they cross the line. 25,553. Your podium positions for now. Haynes in the 5-3. Bellinger in the 8-8. And Michael Newton has crashed. Caution comes out for the 3rd time tonight. The 9-8 Autism Awareness Toyota Tundra goes for a spill. And that's the 2nd time tonight for Newton. Let's see what brings out this most recent caution on lap 66. Contact with the one of Taylor. Sam Taylor making some ultimately responsible contact with the 9-8 of Newton. Let's have another look. And let's ride on board with the one of Taylor. Right on board with Michael Newton. And one more look from the blimp. Well, you make the call. Incidental contact that leads to both of those trucks going, well, one of those trucks going for a spill. Everybody once again from 1st on down to 22nd, coming down pit road. Jason Fensler, Tristan Bailey, Jamie Haynes, and company, all making these crucial stops. Who's going to win that race off pit road? We'll see which one of these trucks flinches first. It's Boughton. It's Adam Boughton who wins the race off pit road. It looks like Tristan Bailey is 2nd off. What a nice strategy by Adam Boughton. Well, his pit stop was less than 10 seconds, so I don't know if Boughton took tires at all or he only went for right sides, but Adam Boughton will lead lap 69, and he's going to lead lap 69, and he's going to have the control of the green flag when we go back to racing again. So it's going to be Adam Boughton, Tristan Bailey, Jason Fensler, your top 3 at Homestead-Miami. And this is going to shape up to be a really exciting 30 laps to close out this race. See if we can bother a couple of our top 3 here and see how their race is going for them so far. Jason Fensler, Rick James in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
You're sitting in 3rd right now with your championship rival, Tristan Bailey, just ahead. We're going to have just under 30 laps to complete this race. Feeling nervous at all, or is everything in complete control?
I think we're pretty good. We got a good truck. Just need a long green. We're really good on long greens. Tristan's pretty quick out of the gate, but we got the long run speed, so hopefully we can run this thing to the checkered, and I think we'll be all right.
30 laps to go means if one more caution comes out, it's going to be nothing but a short dash to the finish. You come into this race with the points lead and only 1 win. Are you concerned with the preservation of that points lead, or do you want nothing but the W tonight?
Well, we come every race to try and get the W, so we'll do no different here. We'll try and get it. If we can't, we'll get the best we can.
Keep the shiny side up, Fensler. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
And we're going to let the 5 of Jason Fensler get back to work. The California native looking to be the first repeat winner this season. Let's see if we can bother his championship counterpart. Tristan Bailey, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he scared me again.
I do that with a lot of people. Sorry, buddy. You're leading this race. Well, I'm sorry. You were leading this race. Adam Boughton has control of the field. How are you feeling about the final 29, 28 laps of this one? Do you have a winning truck?
Speaking honestly, no. I think Jason definitely has the faster truck. I didn't get to dial in my brake bias as much as he did in practice. But I feel like if we can probably do another short run, I might have something for him. But if it gets to a long run, he's just going to blow past by me because I can't dial the brake bias back any more than I can. I'm just killing the right front right now.
Inside or outside line, where's the speed, Tristan?
Honestly, the bottom, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, some people run the top, but I just don't think there's enough speed up there with these trucks.
Is Fensler your toughest rival to win the race, or is it Adam Boughton?
Definitely Jason. Adam took 2 here, so I'm kind of suspicious of this restart.
Best of luck, buddy. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you soon.
Hi, Rick. Thank you.
Let's get back to work. What do you say? Less than 30 laps to go to settle this 4th round to break this tie at the points lead. And for the first time tonight, Adam Boughton has control of the field. Truck 94 waiting for the signal, waiting for the jump, for the word go, for the green flag. Let's go racing at Homestead. Crash behind them, big wreck in turn number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks involved, and it's happened immediately. The 89 of Charlie Mosley Jr. coming to an undignified slam on the inside line. Andrew Teft in the 2-1 truck has been involved in that accident as well. Michael Newton, once again, for the 3rd time tonight, involved in an accident. There's Teft. Dougie King got a piece of that one as well. John Holliday was involved in the number 9. Special Ed cheering in 200 more bits. CM Bama missing Joel Conley. And, well, let's roll this one back here. Let's go with Charlie Mosley Jr. in this 8-9. Oh, you can see some trucks missed the jump. Some trucks either spun their tires or just missed a shift. You're going to see the 89 truck get loose here. And there it is on cold tires into turn number 1. The 89 gets loose. Nowhere for him to go. Right into the 14 of Randy Lepidus. The 18 of Ethan Greek was involved. Nowhere for John Holliday to go. You saw Kevin Haas just barely avoids getting collected in that one. And let's have a listen with Mosley Jr. On board with Michael Newton. Newton seeming just got turned around. One more look with the outside of the 2-1. Dougie King in the 1-6. Right behind Newton. Puts him in the wall. Have a look with John Holliday. Nothing he could do. Mosley Jr. tries to save it right into Randy Lepidus. There was no saving that. From Andrew Teft's point of view. Teft slowing down brilliantly. And actually just looks like he spun on his own, on his lonesome. So a bit lucky there for Andrew Teft. It's right along with the 19 of Kevin Haas. Watch this. Look at that. One more look from Kevin Haas's point of view. That was cool. That move right there is going to earn Kevin Haas his very own Cole Trickle move of the race. Well done for Kevin. Great way to avoid all of that calamity.
Ice cream! Give me some of that!
So caution is out for the fourth time tonight. Adam Boughton, Tristan Bailey, Jason Fensler are your top three, and it will remain that way when we take the green flag. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We'll take just a short 60-second break and be back for the green. .25 to go. Adam Boughton with control. Green flag is out. Crashed immediately, crashed behind them into turn number one. Jamie Haynes involved. Everybody involved again. Another immediate yellow flag. The last one, they went into turn number two. This one, they go into turn number one. And Charlie Mosley Jr. once again involved. The Gulf Coast driver. 2 green flag restarts, 2 crashes for Mosley. Jamie Haynes also involved in that one. Joey Nelson got a big piece of that one. Dougie King was involved once again. Let's have a look. And King's just trying to avoid all of this. There's the crash starting. It looks like it may have started with the 7-6 of Joey Nelson. Oh, Nelson gets run over by the 98 of Adam Newton, who's yet again involved in another accident. From the green, let's see if we can find out what happened. All right, so the 7-6 of Joe Nelson, leaving a huge gap between himself and the 19, and he just simply did not move. Now, up ahead is where, this is where it gets interesting. What happens up ahead between, it looks like Kevin Haas might have been involved as well. Let's have a look. The 5-3 of Jamie Haynes, something went awry on that 5-3 truck, and it caused the entire field to just check up. Possibly spun the tires. Not a great restart from the 5-3. Oh, the same problem that happened to Charlie Mosley Jr. The 5-3 got loose off the restart on cold tires. Have a look. Have a listen. On board with the 5-3 of Haynes. Something broke. Almost as if he shifted in the wrong direction. That was an incorrect shift. Have one more listen at the 5-3 of Haynes as you watch this unfortunate calamity unfold. But you'll see the needle just spike at 8, right, and listen to the revs go through the roof here. A shift went wrong for Haynes. Tyone is involved. The 3 of Mike Allen. One more look. You can see trucks missing the restart behind them. Ethan Greek in the 18 got a piece of this as well. Look at Tyler Bellinger. Even Bellinger got a piece. Lucky to just come away from that one. Not sure what Michael Newton was thinking going right into that one. Mosley Jr. It looks like Charlie Mosley Jr. actually might have made it through without incident. Right along with the 8-9. I don't think he made any contact whatsoever. And for that there, after being involved in the last accident, Charlie Mosley Jr. earns his very own Cole Trickle move of the race.
Ice cream! Give me some of those!
Half a lap to green. Adam Boughton with control of the field once again. And we'll see how far we get this time. 2 restarts ago, they made it to turn 2. The last restart, they made it to turn 1. 19 laps remain on the scoreboard, and we'll see just how far these drivers will go. Will we have a green flag run from here? Only one way to find out. Pace car will peel off. Adam Boughton will have control of the field, waiting for that green signal to wave in the air. Let's go racing. Jason Fensler, loose set of 4, the points leader, almost losing it with 18 circuits remaining, forcing the issue into turn number 3. Here comes Tristan Bailey, looking to take the lead and sole control of the points table. 17 laps to go next time by. Boughton and Bailey drag racing down the back straight while they go 3 wide out of turn number 2. Mosley Jr., a man possessed, and the monster has been unleashed for the Alabama pilot. Hagen Joyner in the 7 on the outside of a 3 wide trifecta. Kevin Haas looking to force his way on the inside like Fensler, but he keeps his line. He keeps his cool. 17 to go for the Budweiser Toyota, and he's in the top 10. Look at Dylan Picklesmeyer, who was once stone dead last, now sitting in 11th, just getting around Ethan Greek and behind that top 10, while Charlie Mosley takes it all the way down, and Andrew Teff does take it down below the apron to get around Keith Bost in the 42. Fatal says that is BS Engineering Blue. Tristan Bailey at the front, leading Jason Fensler. Adam Boughton sitting in 3rd with 16 laps to go. Boughton, the Susquehanna native, in 3rd as the yellow flag comes out for the 6th time today, and it's Dougie King who's had an incident in the 1-6, the Premier Chevrolet. Looking a bit more rusty than we're used to seeing. He will jump to pits immediately with 15 laps to go. And let's see what brings out the 6th caution of the evening. Randy Lepidus to his inside, and it's contact with the 1-4. There's Lepidus. The 9 of John Holliday literally scrapes through and sends Randy Lepidus hilariously flying through the air like a gymnast, and very gracefully and gently coming down. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. All right, well, Let's have her on board with Doug King here. Watch this. Special Ed cheering 100 bits for the gymnastics that Lepidus is going to do down the front straight. I've never seen an F-150 literally be a tumbleweed, but I guess now we have. Fair warning, if you might get motion sick from what you just saw from the 1.4, let's ride on board with the 1.4. F in the chat for Randy Lepidus. Wow. So that hilarious tumble down the front straight brings out caution number 6. Jason Fensler leading this race with Chris Fathke. That's right, Boise Chris Fathke sitting in the 2nd position, just pitting on lap 68, as did Fensler, as did everybody through the top 6, where Dylan Picklesmeyer now sits. Sammy Harrell in the 43 truck, he last pitted here on lap 78. Keith Bost on lap 73, as with Patrick Jenks. Jorge Rincon pitting on lap 86. The number 28 Good Wrench Chevrolet, now with some of the freshest tires on track. Interesting to see what he's going to do with those. Tristan Bailey, the points leader, he last pitted on lap 86 as well. He's got tires that are now 18 laps more fresh than his points leading rival Jason Fensler. And we're going to have 11 laps to go when we take the green flag. The rookie, Neil Lepidus, sits in 3rd right now. Let's see what he thinks of this position. Neil Lepidus, Rick James up top. You got me. Neil Lepidus, Rick James in the booth. Can you hear me? Unfortunately not. Maybe some technical difficulties. Well, no problem. We'll leave Neil to his work. Hagen Joyner's running in the 4th position in that number 7 Alani truck. Doing a brilliant job thus far, keeping it off the walls and the right side up. Let's see if we can bother Mr. Joyner for a quick word. Hagen Joyner, Rick James, can you hear me, buddy?
Yes, sir. You got me, Rick?
I got you, Hagen. You're running in the 4th position right now with a great chance at a podium. You come into this race sitting 6th in the point standings, just 6 markers off the top 3. Are you more concerned with getting a podium or getting the win?
I'm more concerned with getting the podium. I'm decent at this track, but it's I struggle in the long run. I know the guys behind me have fresh tires. I don't really know what the cushion is between me and them, but if I could secure a podium here or I'll take a top 5 finish, that'd be great.
Neil Lepidus is making his debut tonight. Tristan Bailey pitted on this most recent caution, and he's starting from 11th. Jason Fensler is leading this race, defending that points lead. Half a lap to green. Hagen, who is going to be the biggest challenge on the way to winning this race?
I'm going to go with Jason. He's just and Tristan. I mean, they're both such unbelievable drivers. Jason's going to be tough to catch.
It's
also, Rick, with the Alani, that is an energy drink. And I know you asked last week.
I've been asking for like 90 weeks. Thank you so much for finally explaining that to me, buddy. Keep the shiny side up. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, we'll see if we talk to him soon. He can get in a wreck here. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen over the last 11 laps. But I'm loving this, and I'm ready to find out, and I know you are too. Jason Fensler with control of the field on 20-lap old tires. Green flag is out with 11 circuits remaining. Fathke missed the start. He missed the jump. He spun the tires. He's messed it up, and he drops from 2nd on the inside row. He's still in 3rd. Hagen Joyner makes it to 2nd. And Jason Fensler has a 0.6 of a second advantage, half a lap into this restarted race. Joyner is in second. Fensler ahead by 0.6. Chris Fathke 1/4 of a second behind them. Then here's Dylan Picklesmeyer. He was stone dead last in 29th. In the first stint of this race, he is 5th, up 17 places from where he started. And how about rookie and debutant Neil Lepidus in 4th right now? Jorge Rincon sitting 9th. He's got some of the freshest tires. Now trying to get around Picklesmeyer. He did not pit during that most recent caution. The 2.8 behind the 12. Keith Bost on the outside in that 42. He's got fresh-ish tires. He pitted on lap 73. Almost 20 laps ago. 3 wide now. Here comes the 94 truck. Adam Boughton. He pitted on lap 86. Just 5 laps ago. Almost 4 wide down the back straight, coming to 8 circuits remaining. Jason Fensler ahead of Chris Fathke by 1 1/3 seconds. Fathke has gotten around Hagen Joyner for second, but here comes Joyner with the rebuttal. Neil Lepidus in the 4th position, just ahead of Kevin Haas. Here comes the 4.3 of Sammy Harrell, but look at Adam Boughton making those tires work, and Tyler Bellinger showing some late race speed with joint point leader Tristan Bailey trapped outside the top 10. Now making his way around Picklesmeyer. He sits in 10th, and he's only got 7 laps to get up through the field, trying to split the 88 and the 28. Contact between the 3, and you knew it was coming. Bellinger wrecks down the front straight. Bailey forcing the issue, causes the 88 to crash. Caution number 7 is out with 7 laps to go at Homestead-Miami. Tyler Bellinger, the only casualty of that accident, coming off of turn number 4 involving himself, the very fast Tristan Bailey, and the 2.8 of Jorge Rincon. Let's have a look. You can see Bailey trying to make his way, trying to force his way into a hole that was always closing, and Bellinger getting the worst of it. Now, this is on lap 93. This is the lap prior. So you see the 2.5. He has an immensely fast truck. Make no mistake, a brilliantly fast truck. Let's ride along with Tristan Bailey in the 2.5. Now watch the hole. There is a gap here. Bailey's on the outside of the 2.8. He's going to try and make it 3 wide, and the hole's just always closing. Tristan Bailey late to the 3 wide party as Bellinger was slow on the outside. Both Rincon and Bailey making it out without incident. Now, watch this as Dylan Picklesmeyer just evades all of this brilliantly. Just a blip of the throttle and he makes his way through. Great job by Picklesmeyer. There's Bellinger coming down pit road, but there is our most recent winner of the Cold Trickle move of the race, number 1-2, Dylan Picklesmeyer.
Ice cream!
Fatal in the chat says, good Lord, have mercy. Tyler B, unhappy with the results of that accident. He jumps to the pits immediately. He's currently being scored 19th. Jason Fensler still leading this race. Hagen Joyner sits in second. Neil Lepidus running in third. Drivers cross this line and we're going to restart with 2 laps remaining. It'll be a green, white, checkered finish to the end of this race. Fatal says 28, forced the 25 up to Bellinger. Terrible. Elite Cup Racing, who commented on the 94 looking good tonight, said, who has the best tires up front? Well, all 5 drivers have equal tires, so to speak. They all pitted on lap 68. Sammy Harrell pitted 10 laps after them. Adam Boughton pitted on lap 86, and we have seen the speed of this driver here on fresh tires. Now, his tires are going to be approximately 11 laps old when he takes the green flag. Tristan Bailey sitting in 10th. He also pitted on lap 86, but did he take damage from that 3-wide altercation? Jorge Rincon in the same boat. Did he take damage on the right side from that incident? Jason Fensler will lead the field to 3 laps to go. Here are the points coming into this race. Jason Fensler, 42 markers above the cut line. He and Tristan Bailey are tied with 132 points. Adam Boughton, 3rd in the point standings with 113 digits, but winless this season. We've had 3 unique winners in 3 races. Jason Fensler and Tristan Bailey, the only drivers who can score a 2nd win this season, 2nd through 9th, all winless so far in 3 attempts. Half a lap to green. Get ready for this. 3 miles to settle the 4th round at Homestead-Miami Speedway. 5:7:26. Your podium positions coming to the line. And again, Neil Lepidus. This is his first AER Trucks race. He's sitting in 3rd right now. His dad, Randy, driving that 14 truck. And watching his boy from the 25th position. Jason Fensler will have control of the field as the pace car peels off. 2 laps to go from Homestead. 5 truck gets a great jump, and we're racing once again. Fensler has the advantage into turn number 3. Hagen Joyner's in 2nd. Neil Lepidus running in the 3rd position. Here comes Lepidus looking under Joyner. Tristan Bailey is up to 9th. White flag comes out, this time by Jason Fensler. Will collect it, but will he be in 1st the next time around? Hagen Joyner behind him by 1/2 of a second. Neil Lepidus, the rookie, looking to get around him, but here comes Idaho's Chris Fathke, looking to get a taste of the podium. Tristan Bailey in that 25 truck going way high. The 43 truck loose at a turn number 2. Sammy Harrell trying to hold on to the top 5 spot. Hagen Joyner in 2nd, looking to defend from Neil Lepidus, while Jason Fensler will run away with the lead and the win in South Florida. It's Fensler first to the line. Wreck for Tristan Bailey out of turn number 4. Hagen Joyner finishes in the 2nd position. Neil Lepidus unofficially collects 3rd place. How about that for the rookie in the Crown Royal truck? Fathke 4th, Harrell 5th. And there's your race winner, Jason Fensler from Elk Grove. His 2nd win this season, and unofficially he has sole control of the points lead headed into round 5. We will have a look at that last lap crash, but we'll let Jason celebrate his achievements. Truck number 5 getting the job done in Elite Cup Racing, throwing in 5 bits for Mr. Fensler, who gets that job done. Let's have a look at that last lap, last turn crash for Tristan Bailey. Elite Cup Racing says, congratulations, 5 truck. Congratulations indeed. Well earned. Let's have a look at Bailey. Tristan Bailey out of turn number 4. Just gets loose. He was behind Dylan Picklesmeyer. He had a top 10 finish. Right there, let's have one more look at Bailey. And have a listen. Sounds like he just gave it too much out of the 4th corner. Kept it off the wall brilliantly, but Bailey will come home unofficially in the 20th position. So Elk Grove's Jason Fensler gets the W. Fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. On the podium now with our top 3, starting with rookie, not just rookie, but his first race in the AER Trucks Series, Neil Lepidus, 3rd place, a bronze medal, man. How did you pull that off?
You know, man, that's a good question. I had a really strong truck, and unfortunately, I started far back in the pack, but I was able to work my way up over time and just play pit stops right and just try and be careful navigating through the pack, race hard. I was going 3 and 4 wide to try and get up to the front, and it paid off. I can't be more happy about that. You know, this is my first debut here with the American Elite Series, American Elite Racing Truck Series. So I just I'm feeling pretty good right now. It turned out pretty awesome.
As well, you should feel pretty good. Are we going to see you in a week's time at Michigan?
That's the plan. We'll have to see. Just got to play my cards right. Make sure I I can make it, but hopefully we'll see me there.
Congratulations on the third place finish, Neil. I bet your dad's real proud. We'll see you in 7 days.
All right, man. Thanks.
Our silver medalist tonight, driver of the number 7 Alani Energy Drink Chevrolet, won Hagen Joyner on the podium. Hagen, it was a tough challenge holding off that 2.6. Was there anything left in that truck to contend for the win?
No, I mean, Jason's, he's obviously one of the best in the league, and I, this isn't one of my strongest tracks, so I was really hoping for a top 15, top 10 maybe, and then it just happened that the leaders came down and pitted, and so it gave us a great chance there when that caution came out with, I believe, 7 or 8 to go, and that really made the strategy pay off because it left them, a green-white checker to try to get to catch back up. So I felt good holding off Neil. He's a great driver. I haven't raced with him before, but yeah, once we got on the restart, Jason jumped out in front, and I was able to get a little separation on third place, and they were racing pretty hard back behind, so I felt pretty comfortable there at the end.
7 days from now, we're going to see you in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Can you do one better and get the top step on the podium?
I'm confident in it. I hope so. We're slowly easing up each week, so there's only one other place to go above second.
Congratulations on that second place finish. You're going to head into Michigan 4th in the points, just 3 points behind Adam Boughton in 3rd.
Thanks so much, man. Great win tonight, Jason.
Let's talk to that race winner, driver of the number 5. That big red fire engine looking Silverado, Jason Fensler, our first repeat winner this season. You break the tie with Tristan Bailey at the top of the table, and you'll head into Michigan with a 23-point lead over your championship rivals.
Yeah, that sounds good. We had a good truck tonight. David's Racing Products, Fat Mike's Pizza Chevrolet was really good, especially on the long run. The pit strategy at the end kind of had me a little bit nervous, but I figured enough guys were going to stay out that we would be okay. So it played out and got us our second win for the year.
Well, now next week, heading into Michigan, you've got to go for that hat trick. Good odds for getting your 3rd win?
It's a good racetrack for me, but it is an aero track, so it's going to kind of keep the pack all tightened together. So again, just we'll go in trying to get the win, but more importantly, just get the finishes. That's what we need to worry about on the point side.
We'll see you in a week's time. Congratulations on your second win this season, Jason.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.
Fans at home, another AER Truck Series chapter is in the books, and a week from now, we get to keep this circus running. Atlanta Racing, of course, has the ARCA Series on Sunday nights, and it's my pleasure to bring you the trucks side of racing. So next week, tune in on twitch.tv/Atlanta Racing. That's twitch.tv/Atlanta Racing. That's where you're going to be able to catch the ARCA Series, and subscribe and follow us here on Rick James TV for the Truck Series Monday night. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all around the corner.